Hey guys, it's Kenny here. I'm back with another video. This video is going to be the extension of unpopular opinions. But before we get into it, I want to clarify something. This type of clothing that I chose to wear today does not carry the intention to appropriate the Asian culture. I have the utmost respect for all the cultures in the world. Actually, cultural appreciation versus cultural appropriation was one of the questions that I was asked before I went to Poland to study at the Mickiewicz University. So I am very well aware of the culture and I know what I'm doing. So let's get into it. So the first unpopular opinion that I have is letting your romantic partner have full financial control over you is not normal. In fact, it's a mistake because it has two sides. First, that person may exploit you because you depend on them financially. Second, they make it hard for you to leave when you want to, or you need to, or you are being abused because, again, you depend on them financially. Also, not working for yourself, not making money, they are not good for your self improvement and your future financial goals. Think about it. Making your own money is way better than asking someone to give you money so that you can buy clothes, so that you can buy makeup products, so you can buy food and everything that you need. As women and girls, we have to learn to make our own money. And we have to learn how to invest, how to save our money, and how to make best out of it. Do the financial math. Do not buy everything that you like. Give the thing that you like 48 hours. And then, if you don't remember, don't buy it. And save your money. You don't have to buy every clothes that are on the market. You don't have to buy every pair of shoes that are on the market. So save your money, invest your money, and never depend on a romantic partner for your financial freedom. And think about it. If you give someone the power to feed you, you also give them the power to starve you. The other unpopular opinion that I have is letting other people tell you who you are, who you should be, or what you should do is not normal. People will always have opinions about who we are, what we wear, where we go, who we see. And it is very hard to please everyone. If you wear a short skirt, they're going to criticize you. If you wear a long skirt, they're going to criticize you. So no matter what you do, you will get criticized. So you better get used to it and live your life for yourself. These people will lecture you about the type of path you have to follow, the type of clothing that you have to wear, or the type of world view or political side you have to support. But remember, you are your own person. So you gotta take the reins and live your life. I'm gonna give you an example. Imagine a caterpillar and a butterfly. Caterpillar has to go through the transition to be a butterfly. And you also have to go through a transition to be yourself, to unlock your full potential. Some people are still in their caterpillar era, and you are in the transition to be a butterfly. So you have to be brave enough to go through with your metamorphosis. You have to change. You have to transition to see something that was in you that you never thought was there. Another unpopular opinion that I have is people you work with are not your friends. Of course, there are exceptions, and I have some great friends whom I worked with in the past, still make plans with them. But generally speaking, people that we work with are not necessarily the people that we would choose to be friends with. We choose our friends and we continue to be friends based on our interaction, communication, and harmony. But when we talk about the workplace, these people are there to work and we are there to work. So we're not necessarily in the same area to be friends. This workplace is not a willingly chosen place to make friends. The goal is to make money. No offense, but we wouldn't choose these people if we had a chance. And working at the same place does not mean that we are matching as individuals. We have everything in common. So you don't have to be friends with these people. So trying to turn this work environment into a friend group won't work. Don't ask me how I know this. You don't have to follow these people on Instagram. You don't have to share your private life with them like you are close friends. Keep your work life and private life separated. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your energy. And you have to be aware of other people's energies. Not everyone you interact with deserves to be your friend. Not everyone you interact with deserves your attention or you as a friend. The next unpopular opinion may be harsh for some people, but I have to say this. There is not a certain time for things. You do things your own way and in your own timeline, and you have to make peace with that. There is not a certain time to have a job, to get married, to have kids, to buy a house. Yes, there are some things like age and biological clock, but generally speaking, there is no rush because everyone is going through different things in life. You may be complaining about arguing with your dad before going to school, and at the same time, the person that you are going to school with may not have a father. And you may be complaining about having only $100 in your bag, while it's a dream of another person's to get a meal. Do not rush yourself into things. And do not stress yourself out for the things that you think you should do based on other people's ideas. This way, you just push yourself into making decisions that you may regret based on other people's ideas and their norms to fit in. And later on, you will come back and you will regret your decisions, but you will not find these people who influenced you to do these things. Living your life based on other people's ideas, opinions, and expectations strips you of your autonomy and free will. This way, you're not going to be your own person anymore. You're going to be a puppet who is being controlled with strings that other people are holding. Another unpopular opinion that I have is you have to leave when you see the first red flag because people do things to measure your reaction. And they do things deliberately to see how much they can get away with. People do things and they are aware of the things that they're doing to see how much you tolerate and to see how much self-respect you have and to see your boundaries. So red flags are indications for you to leave. And people do things and they know. Why would you give them the second chance? And instead of leaving, some people treat these red flags as a disease and they think they can heal and change their partners. But you are not a rehab specialist and you cannot change someone unless they themselves want to change. Because change requires accountability, understanding, and the acknowledgement of the faulty behavior. The other unpopular opinion that I have is protect yourself. Be a dictator for yourself. If you like something, stick to it. If you want to do something, like to do something, if something is good for your soul, if something is good for your mind and your body, do it. And do not shy away from standing up for yourself. If someone comes up to you and say, don't do that, it's not good for you. How do you know it's not good for me if I know it's good for me? The other unpopular opinion that I have is put yourself first. Because you are the main character of your own story. And you are merely a side character of other people's stories. So you have to prioritize your well-being and safety first all the time. By not living your life as if you are the main character, by not prioritizing yourself, you become another side character of your own story. And if a story is lacking a main character, what is it? It's not a story because it does not have a storyteller. So it is full of side characters, including you in your own story. It's not a story anymore. It's just empty pages. The last unpopular opinion that I have is abandon girl math and get a grip of your money. You don't have to buy everything there is out there. You don't have to have 20 different shades of lipstick. And you don't have to have 20 steps skincare every day. You don't have to be a fashion queen every day. You can simply be an outfit repeater. And that's okay. I want you to ask yourself this question before you buy something. If it is on sale, just ask yourself, would I buy this if it was for full price? If the answer is no, if you are just buying this to buy this, then The answer is hell no. Also, buy now, pay later is just stressing you out. And it makes you broke because you think, oh, even if I don't have money right now, I got this, so I'm gonna pay it when I get the money. But when you get the money, you get invested. You can buy good food with the money. But you're just buying something because you're instinctive. You think that if you buy that, you are gonna feel better. No, you're not gonna feel better. You just need to sleep. You just need to exercise. You just need to get up and wash your face with cold water. Cosmetic procedures industry, makeup industry, beauty industry, they are so cruel that they create insecurities and then they try to sell us products to cure and fix these insecurities. Do you think these brands and this whole industry love you so much that they give you discounts on Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and Women's Day? They don't love us. They love our money. They want to get our money. They don't love us. If they loved us, they would give us something, a product that would fix all the problems once. If you want to spend your money for good things, go to different places, see different things, buy books, buy good food, fruits, and vegetables. And I see these cosmetic shops are playing games with this. For example, I want to buy this pencil. It is 100 bucks. But in order to get this pencil for 50 bucks, I have to buy other products that would cost 200 bucks to get this pencil for 50 bucks. This way, you don't get the pencil for 50 bucks. You get products for 200 bucks. And this way, selling this pencil for 50 bucks to you does not really hurt them. It makes them more money. I remember going to one of those shops one day and I really needed something and I had to buy it. But in order to buy these things for half the price, I had to buy other products that would cost 250 bucks. And I was like, but I don't need anything else. I just need this one specific product. And I just left the store and I didn't get anything. Okay guys, that was all I wanted to share with you. I've enjoyed making this video. I hope you enjoy watching it too. See you soon.